Having trouble with your fish sticking to the grill? Let's fix it right now. So let's go ahead and get the grill set up, and I'm going to be using a 2-zone setup as always, but this time I've already decided that I'm going to be cooking this fish directly over the top of the coals the whole time. Those coals are getting ready. I turned my attention back to my fish now. My fish has been sitting in the fridge so that it's nice and dry. That's one of the most important things about keeping your fish from sticking, is to make sure that it's nice and dry. So I'm just going to let these sit on the counter while I go out there and finish setting up the grill. Back outside at the grill, my coals are ready to be dumped into my slow and sear. And what you want when you know you're going to be cooking directly over the coals is a nice even layer of coals. You don't want a thick layer, you don't want a thick pile of it, because the more layers you have, the hotter your coals are going to be. Getting back to my fish, it's time to get them seasoned and ready to go on the grill. Now you can see they're looking a little shiny right now, but that's because I sprayed some oil on them as well as the grill grates outside. Now it's time to put my fish on the grill, and like I said, I'm grilling directly over the coals, man. It's very important when you cook this way that you stay close to your grill and you keep the lid closed as much as possible. Now when you're cooking fish, it's very important not to move it for at least a couple of minutes, 2 to 5 minutes or so. Because when you first put the fish on the grill grate, it's gonna grab that grate and stick to it. It's gonna take a couple of minutes depending on the heat that you're cooking at, but it's gonna take 1 to 2 minutes for that fish to start to release, and that's when it's safe for you to start to check it and see if it's ready to turn it over. Even after your fish releases though, you want to minimize how often you're moving it around and messing with it. That skin on fish is very, very thin and very, very delicate, so it breaks pretty easily. And you can see that happening right here because I was just moving it around so much, and so the skin started to break in some places. Still all good, but aesthetically it's better if it's not breaking and bunching up on you. All right guys, we're getting close to the time where this fish is almost done, so we need to start checking for internal temperature. Now to do that, you need a good instant read thermometer. The one I'm using in this video is the fastest one on the market and it's very accurate. I got a link to it in my in the description in my little Amazon store right there. There is a minimum safe internal temperature for all proteins, and it's different for every protein. The minimum safe internal temperature for fish is 145 degrees. So what I'm trying to do is get to about 140 with mine, and then take it off and let it rest up to 140 degrees. So these are up to temp and looking amazing, man. I pulled them off and threw on some sweet potato fries to go with them, and that is a wrap. So to recap, you want to start off with dry fish. Dry them off with paper towels or whatever, let them sit in the fridge a little bit. You want to oil the grill grates. You want to oil the grill grates and the fish. You need to oil the fish before you put the seasoning on though. Put your fish on the grills and wait for it to release. Your fish will tell you when it's ready to release. You just want to wait at least a couple of minutes and then start gently lifting on one side of the fish. And if it's coming up, it's ready. We'll see you next time on Ron on the Grill, man. Peace.